Wait a minute. Something's different.
What's different?
We're not in the regular season anymore. We don't have to deal with the bad teams anymore.
No.
We are
No.
in the playoffs.
All three of our teams are
Yes.
good.
All
Yes.
three.
What?
All three.
Crazy to think.
Baby.
We
I think
here.
it's the first time in a while that it's happened, man.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Oh.
I'm interested.
I am interested to see what's going to happen tonight. I cannot wait to see what you have to say. You have to say. I can't wait to hear what you guys have me say. But regardless of that, first 4 Horsemen and Pick'ems, the wild card round starts right about
Out now.
Oh, no. Oh, baby. Football freaks.
Yeah.
That's right. Wave that towel. Football freaks, gridiron geeks, have no fear. 4 Horsemen of Pick'ems are here in the flesh. Hey, baby. What is going on, everybody? I, of course, am your host with the most, a Pizzle, representing the team that had the East in the palm of their hands, and they let it slip away. And now we got to go to Kansas City, where the temperature is supposed to be -4.
Oh, boy.
-4 degrees. But we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Fan of the Miami Dolphins, in case you haven't told, in case you didn't tell. Joining me as always, representing the Stars.
Stars got a Super Bowl.
Stars got a Super Bowl.
I am
Stars got
very
a
happy
Super
the Steelers got in. I am very happy to be here. And we got some more updated news that we're going to talk about in a little bit in regards to Pick'em, but we'll get to that in just a second. But hey, I am insanely happy to be here. Football, we're playing football in January, and it's meaningful.
That's right. And of course, representing America's team, Mr. Tiny Tim.
Hey, how y'all doing? It's me, it's Tiny Tim, America's favorite armchair football fan, proud supporter of the 12-5 Cowboys, the 2023 NFC East champions, and the number 2 seed in the NFC playoffs. It is definitely go time. It's time to kick it up a few more notches. That's what we got to do.
That's right. So over the last weekend, let's just say a lot of teams got eliminated.
A lot of teams.
Got eliminated. Jacksonville probably being the biggest one.
Jacksonville Jaguars, you just got screwed by the terrible towel curse. Had to mess with it. You just had to mess with it. 6-2 before that. After that game, you went 3-6 the rest of the way.
Ooh,
embarrassing.
The curse lives.
The curse lives, man. Don't mess with the terrible towel.
Many
people. Oh, trust me. Don't worry. There's another team that messed with the terrible towel that's going to get it this upcoming weekend.
Ooh. Okay. Well, let's not waste any time. Let's get right into the picks for the wild card round. But first, Romy's saying it first, so I might as well just get out the way.
Ooh, banana.
It's Romy's favorite thing. It's Romy's favorite thing to eat.
That's right. Pete Carroll retired. Nick Saban retired today. I don't think anybody saw that coming.
crazy day
No.
for just in general, just a crazy day in the news cycle. Just in general,
Actually, it's been a crazy couple of days, really, when you
Mhm.
think about it.
Black Monday was absolutely crazy.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Ron Rivera got the boot. Arthur Smith got the boot.
So many
Who
people got the
Mike
boot.
Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel.
Vrabel.
Who called that?
Nobody.
No
I
one
don't think
called
anybody
that.
predicted that one. That's crazy.
Pete Carroll did not retire. He's going to go back.
He's going to
Pete
be
Carroll's an advisor for the Seahawks. So
just like Bruce Arians when he retired. He's going to join their front office.
exactly.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. Best of luck to Pistol Pete, if you will. So, yeah, let's not waste any time. We only got 6 games tonight. It's going to be a relatively short and sweet program.
Won't be too long, but still,
be-
we'll provide some good entertainment for you.
That's right. Absolutely.
Right.
Starting out Saturday afternoon, it is the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. This game is in Houston, and from what I'm seeing right here, the Browns are 2.5-point favorites.
Yep, the line never changed throughout the week. It was always Browns at 2.5, and it stayed the same throughout the whole week.
All right. Referee for this game is
Clay Martin.
And calling the game on NBC, Peacock and Universal, you got Noah Eagle and Todd Blackledge.
I like Noah Eagle. He did the Nickelodeon broadcast.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Who you guys got and why?
Wait a minute, before we do that,
yeah.
lowest ticketed price, Alex?
Oh, that's right. I fumbled the ball again. Lowest ticketed price for this game, $144.
Sounds about right. That's not too bad for a playoff game.
Not too bad at all. So who you guys got and why? Browns versus Texans. I have a feeling I know what you're going to say.
Really, you think you know what I'm going to say? Are
Yep.
you sure about that?
I think so.
Are you sure about that? Sorry,
I think so.
I had to do that for dramatic effect. So, Browns and Texans. Let's take a look at history, shall we? So, Browns and Texans, this series is all tied up at 7 games apiece. These teams have never met in the playoffs before. They have never met in the playoffs. The Browns have won their last 2 games in Houston. But other than that, they have not won a game. Other than those last 2 games, they've only won once in Houston. They've never played in the playoffs. But here's a fun fact. Teams playing in the AFC North going on the road to Houston. Houston does have a really good playoff record at home. Houston at home in the playoffs is actually one of the better ones because let's be honest.
Yeah, they are.
The Bengals did not beat the Texans once at all in their many playoff matchups. In general, though, for their home record and the playoffs, the Houston Texans are actually, I got to pull this up for some reason. It's not pulling out the right one. They pull up the Houston Astros. So Houston Texans.
Astros?
Yeah, it pull up the Astros for some
wrong
reason.
sport.
I know. Trust me, I know. It's bad.
Yeah.
So against at home, when they played a home game against opponents, they have never lost a home game. Actually, no, they lost one. I'm sorry. They lost one home game. No, 2. I'm sorry. So they lost 2 home games. And against the AFC North, they've never lost a home game. So their record is 4-2 at home in the playoffs. They have never met before in the playoffs. The big thing that's going to be interesting, to say the least. Oh yeah, that's right. They played the Texans. That was in Baltimore, I think, from what I remember. But that's a whole long ago. Astroglide, be quiet, Romy. This game is going to be interesting, to say the least. The Browns do boast one of the best defenses in the league. Joe Flacco coming back and absolutely having a really good run towards the end of the year. Pretty much winning every single game except that last one where the players really didn't even play. Ever since Joe Flacco came over, they're 4-0. So something's got to give. One of the problems, though, the Browns did have against the Texans was they let the Texans come back with Davis Mills at quarterback.
Yep.
even with their starters, Davis Mills would play. The big two players that were not in that game, that first matchup, were Will Anderson Jr. and CJ Stroud, who have absolutely been remarkable for this Texans team and have helped pretty much turn this team around. In the end, if I'm not sure who I'm going to pick, I'm going to go home team. I'm going to take the Houston Texans. I'm taking Houston at home. I just like the fact they've only lost twice at home in the playoffs. The Browns on the road do not have the best playoff record. They did win their last road playoff game, which was
who was that against?
The Steelers. Yeah, I know, but that was COVID year. That was the COVID year. That was a complete crazy year of football. I don't expect them to repeat the same feat. I think the defense. This will be more of a defensive shootout game. But honestly, though, with the Browns, they'll make this close, but I think CJ Stroud is just a whole other level. I think this is the game we see CJ Stroud absolutely have a fantastic game. And this is his game where he proves he's here to stay. I'm going to take the Houston Texans at home to beat the Cleveland Browns. I like the fact they're home. I think that they got more momentum on their side. And I like the fact that CJ Stroud is just incredible, dude. He is so good as a quarterback. He's so mobile. I think the problem is I think Will Anderson Jr. will get at least a sack and a half against Joe Flacco and the Texans and the Browns. And not only that, the Browns will not have either of their starting offensive tackle. Their offensive tackles, ever since they were both injured, they've allowed some of the most sacks since they've replaced their players. I think Jedrick Willis was one of them was injured, and there was another one. Ever since they were both injured and they've not been able to come back, their backups have allowed the most sacks in the NFL. They're both their tackles. In the end of the day, I'm going to take the Houston Texans to get the job done. I think that the Texans will get this off a late Kyrie Fairbairn field goal. My final score is going to be Texans 20, Browns 19. Give me the Houston Texans.
I'm actually on the other side. This is Joe Flacco against CJ Stroud. Flacco gets the edge because he has the better defense. That Browns defense is nasty.
Yeah.
The Browns will be able to pressure CJ Stroud to limit him just a little bit. I think Flacco, who has been good in the playoffs over his career, will be good in this one, and I think he will have enough to get what it takes to get the job done over the Houston Texans. So I'm on the other side of LC. I'm going with the Browns to beat the Texans. Final score 31-24.
I like it.
All right. Well, I kind of have to agree with Alex on this one. Cleveland's defense has been pretty stout for the better part of the season. And to see Joe Flacco just flourishing once again, it is just like unbelievable. He is my candidate for comeback player of the year.
Oh.
And at Houston side, with CJ Stroud's had a great year, but their defense has kind of been suspect a little bit. So it's going to be Cleveland's defense that's going to hold the Texans. So give me the Dogs over the Texans by a score of 27-21. Browns advance.
Dog chant.
My thing is, guess who joined our chat, Alex?
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith. I see him right there.
Oh,
not only that,
Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, so right there.
There's
well.
Pick'em who.
Oh, this guy?
That's Patrick Starr. I have a bone to pick with Patrick Starr.
This?
Let's talk about something in particular. Our fellow horsemen, Yinzer Mac.
That's right.
We are all in the playoffs for our pick'em tool, our pick'em league, and his pick'em pool. We're all in the top in the playoffs.
Yes, we are.
Guess who earned the number 1 overall seed this year?
You?
Yep, I earned the number 1 overall seed this year in the pick'em pool. Hell yeah, man!
Good job. So,
yes, I earned the number 1 overall seed. How do we all
finish? How do we all finish?
Let me pull that up.
Yeah, actually pull that up while you're doing that, and actually we'll talk about my other pick'em pool. I actually am in another pick'em pool, and I finished second place out of 79 people.
Oh,
it's extremely impressive for me, especially my first year doing it. First year doing it, I finished. So yeah, and then this time though, even though I finished second overall, I'm still in the money, so I'm happy. But I actually have a question for Dashy though, because I am first in Dashy's pick'em pool, and I'm head by second place by 5 games. does that mean if I could get an advantage if I can get at least 7 or more picks ahead of second place, does that mean I win the overall thing? Because there would only be 7 games left.
All right,
I want to ask Dashy about that one. That's specifically for Dashy. I want to ask him about if I can get an advantage of at least 3 games, I think I win everything. So
all right,
I'm not sure on Dashy's because I am far ahead in Dashy's pick and pool. I am pretty much far ahead of everyone else. It's me, and then second place is as 5 games ahead, and then in third place is 10 games behind in Dashy's. So
I found the records.
All right, go ahead.
Found our records. So Yenzer Mac, still Sermon, still Maiden. He finished 179 and 93. He was the second seed in his conference, if you will. And then all 3 of us are in the same conference.
Mm-hmm.
I'll actually go last. I'll actually go from bottom to top. I was last place. I was the last team to get into the playoffs. My final record for the season was 168 and 104. Tiny Tim is in the wild card with 177 and 95. And then rounding us out, first place, who actually can cook in pick'ems,
Yes,
181 and 91. 181 and 91 LC Muscles.
Thank you.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. What did Roby say there? Highlight that. Sounds like a nail salon and a live chat.
This. Because everyone's talking about Michigan and Ohio State. Oh, Michigan winning the national championship.
So what? Good for them. Jim Harbaugh is going to be in the coach the NFL this next upcoming year. Let's be honest.
But where though?
I think he's going to LA.
That remains to be seen. Oh God! Here comes the next game.
Here comes your game, Alex.
That's right.
I'm not looking forward to this. Dolphins versus the Chiefs. The Miami Dolphins versus the Kansas City Chiefs. This game is in Kansas City. Chiefs are 4.5 point favorites.
You're right. Let's see if you could get 6 for 6. I'd like to see that.
Let's see if we can get 6 for 6. Okay. Referee for this game is
Brad Rogers.
Oh, damn it.
You're not a fan of him?
You scared me. No, you scared me. Scared me. It's you said Brad. I thought it was going to be Brad Allen, and it's not Carl Sheffers. So
no. Brad Allen is on the couch in regards to postseason refereeing,
and rightfully so. And it's not Carl Sheffers either. So yes. And calling the game on Peacock exclusively. So if you don't have a Peacock membership, you should get one because that's where it's going to be. It's going to be Mike Tirico and the Clapper.
Jason Garrett.
And the Clapper. Jason Garrett.
Yeah, the Clapper. Clap on. Clap off. There you go.
Lowest ticketed price on Game Time. This is the cheapest one because it's going to be -4 degrees.
Holy free holies.
$69. Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
I actually do not. I actually will say this about Jason Garrett. I don't mind him calling the games. I don't mind.
He's actually not too bad.
Play-by-play. He's actually pretty decent with play-by-play. I don't mind that. Not play-by-play, but the color commentator. I don't mind him as that. So we know the rules. Save Alex for last.
Oh, God. Yep, save me for last.
Tiny Tim, go ahead and give us your thoughts.
Well, Kansas City is in the playoffs. Miami's in. So this is going to be very, very interesting matchup. I probably will definitely be watching this game on Saturday night. Kansas City trying to defend their title. But, of course, in recent weeks, they still have been kind of having problems with the drop passes and all that. Of course, they led the league in drop passes this year. Meanwhile, on the other side, Tua is having a great year. Tyreek Hill. This is Tyreek Hill's revenge game.
Homecoming.
Yes, it is. This is homecoming. Because the last one is in Germany.
Turn the arrowhead.
I wonder what the ratio is going to be. Cheers to booze.
It should be
Oh,
relatively good series.
kind of
I
even.
would say. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna be all right, and hopefully my man Jalen Waddle will be
He's
all
not
right
playing,
there.
unfortunately. He got ruled out.
Oh, dang it.
Oh,
He officially got ruled out. But Raheem Mostert is probably going to be coming back. So that's a
hey,
good thing.
We
that
need
was
that.
one of my best fantasy players this year.
Same here.
So Kansas
Kyron
City.
Williams.
I wonder how Miami is going to be able to play in that godforsaken weather. I mean, I'll tell you what, I lived in Missouri for 10 years. Let me tell you, winter is terrible. Snow every year, every single year. Um, I'm not sure how Miami is going to be able to handle the cold weather. Kansas City, of course, is used to it. Um, 4.5 is the favorite for Kansas City.
Yep.
Uh, Alex, my friend, I hate to do
You
this
know,
to you.
you don't have to. You don't have to say I'm sorry. It's fine.
Hate to do this to you, Alex, but I still don't trust those Chiefs receivers. I just don't. And
Right.
so for that reason, I say somehow the Dolphins are going to pull this one out. Now this is not an upset special, but I'm going to find a way the Dolphins are going to try to pull this thing out. They're going to exploit those receivers in Kansas City. Hey, call me crazy. Give me the Dolphins over the Chiefs. Let's say 4.5 point favorites. Let's see here. I'd say it's going to be a field goal 24-21. I am taking the Dolphins. Fins up, baby.
Wow. I hope you're right.
Man, I would
But
love to see it. Trust me.
I won't be surprised if the Chiefs do win. I won't be surprised though.
Time for me to make my pick on this game before
Yeah.
saving Alex for last on this because it's his team. But in the overall series history between the Dolphins and Chiefs, the series is actually tied up all time 16 apiece. So 16 and 16. There are some crazy stats, though, about this game. The last time you guys know it was in Germany. Their last
Tag.
road win in Kansas City, Miami's actually won twice. Like 2011 and 2008, they've won in Kansas City twice. But none of that to that, Miami has not won in Kansas City since after those. Other than those two wins, Miami has not won in Kansas City since 1981.
Ooh, before Marino.
Before Marino. But Alex, you do have some things on your good side, which I'll get to in a bit. One other negative I will say about the Miami Dolphins is they are 4-14 on the road in the playoffs of all time. All time, the road playoff record is 4-14. But against Kansas City, guess what the record is?
3-0.
3-0 against Kansas City in the
Matthew just
playoffs.
pointed that out. 3-0.
3-0 in the playoffs. They are 3-0 in the playoff series. But the problem with that is I just can't trust the Dolphins' home road record on the playoffs against the Chiefs. The problem here is Dolphins don't fare well in the cold. I don't think if you bring a Dolphin out to negative degree weather, it'll last very long. That's the problem, though. I think this game is going to be brutal for both teams, though. I think this will be a run-heavy game where teams will be running the ball a lot. I do not think there's a lot of passing opportunities in this game. I just don't see it. If there are passing opportunities, there's going to be a lot of drops. But in the end of the day, I got to go with the home team. I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs at home as much as I hate to do it. And I will be rooting for the Miami Dolphins to win. I will be rooting for Miami. But in the end of the day, I got to take the Kansas City Chiefs to get the job done. They have not lost a home game in Kansas City. And God knows how. When's the last time they lost a home playoff game? The 2018 AFC Championship?
Yeah, Tom Brady.
Yeah, that was the last time they've lost an AFC home playoff game. So in the end of the day, I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid know how to get it done when it comes to the playoffs. This will be an ugly game, but let's be honest here. I'm going to say right now, this is only Kansas City's only playoff win this year. They will not go back to the Super Bowl. My final score is going to be Kansas City. I'm going to say this is a low scoring game, 23-21. Give me the Chiefs. As much as I hate to do it.
-2.
That's so bad.
It's going to be absolutely brutal, man. Okay.
Go ahead, Alex.
You hear what Tim had to say? You hear what else he had to say? Now it is my turn to call. Okay. So over the past decade, we've made the playoffs 3 times. First in 2016, when Matt Moore had to be in the place of the injured Ryan Tannehill. We all know how that played out. Yep. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, LC? You remember how that played out?
I remember that game.
Matt Moore got a concussion that game.
Yeah, that
what's
was.
What's 5 plus? He said, "What's 5 plus 2? Rocket ship." Okay, you're good to play. So that's what happened. He got bum rushed by, I think it was Shazier.
No, that was Bud Dupree.
Dupree hit him so hard. It's like, what's 5 plus 8? Rocket ship. Okay, you're good to play. And then last year, we all saw what happened. Skylar Thompson just barely came short against those Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. But this year, it's Tua's first time in the playoffs. It's Tua time. Finally, we get to see Tua in the playoffs. But, however, in single-digit temperatures, Dolphins are 0-9 straight up and 2-7 against the spread. So that's not looking in our favor so far. So Dolphins going to Arrowhead, a little banged up too, especially on defense. We were down to because Andrew Van Ginkel got hurt, and then Cameron Good got hurt, so we had to rely on Emmanuel Ogbah and Melvin Ingram, both of which are way past 30. So then we had to bring in Justin Houston off of the couch. Had to bring in Bruce Irvin and Malik Reed. So 3 guys past their prime, but still we needed to get some pass rushers. We're down our top 3 pass rushers because we're without Andrew Van Ginkel, like I said. We're without Bradley Chubb, and we're without Jalen Phillips. And that is a problem against Patrick Mahomes, even if the Chiefs' offense has struggled this season by comparison to past Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City-led teams. And I think they will do enough to get the job done. They will limit Miami's offense here on the road. It's going to be -2, like they said, but I think that comes into fruition here. I think the Chiefs just barely get the job done, but I still think the Chiefs roll 28-24. I got Kansas City. Had to do it. First things first. I'm a realist. I'm going Kansas City.
Right.
Had to do it. All right. Now we get to the games on Sunday, starting out with
my game.
The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. This game is in Buffalo. And from what I'm seeing right here, Bills are 10-point favorites.
They are 10-point favorites.
10 points. My goodness. Referee for this game is?
Hi, Gary Bear. Referee for this game is Carl Sheffers.
Oh, of course, Gary's here for the Bills game. And we got Jim Nance and Tony Romo on the call. So I think we all know the rules. Save LC for last. I will go first. This should be a high-flying affair with – actually, no, that's not my notes. Let's try that again. Scratch that. Reverse it. Thank you. The Bills are rolling into the playoffs after winners of 5 straight games. They have the look of a dangerous playoff team. The Steelers have won 2 straight to get into the postseason, but they will be without TJ Watt, unfortunately.
Don't remind me.
Against Josh Allen. That's going to be tough.
Yeah.
That's a bad thing for a defense that has struggled in a big way, even when he's on the field. So look for the Bills to roll in this one. I got the Bills beating the Steelers. Sorry, LC. 27-13, and I know in Max Pick and Pool we got to have one of these, so I'm sorry I got to do this to you, brother, but they are my lock.
And this is my stone cold lock of the century. Or the week.
Had to do it.
Yeah, it's this is gonna be ugly.
Ugly.
Steelers just barely got above 500, barely get into the playoffs. Going up against a Buffalo team where you really don't know what Josh Allen you're going to see. Are you going to see the Josh Allen that gets like 3 to 4 touchdowns in this game? Or are you going to see the Josh Allen who's just going to turn the ball over a couple of times? I mean, he's got like, 16 or something straight games with at least multiple turnovers. That's not good. But it's that Bills defense is going to hold up against those Steelers. And 10-point favorites, that sounds about right. In fact, that's pretty much what I see here. Sorry, LC, my man, but Pittsburgh kind of had it rough this year. They're going to have it really rough on this game on Saturday. I'm going to have to take the Bills, and it will be a 10-point differential here, in my opinion. Score Buffalo 33, Pittsburgh 23. Alex, you forgot to do it. Now it's the Bills.
Oh, that's right. Damn it. Oh, damn it.
No, it's the Bills. Buffalo all the way this time.
Because nobody circles the wagons, like the
Buffalo Bills.
Yep.
And I wonder if Jim Kelly's going to be there.
No, but I know somebody else who might have a say in this.
You want to know what I'm doing right now?
I get there.
Oh,
I get there.
Gary.
You know what's going on right now?
I
What's
get there.
happening?
What everybody's saying in the fucking chat, what everyone's saying right here, my fucking nipples are hard. I mean, fucking hard right now. That's right. Okay. I feel better. That's right. For everybody out there, you go for the fucking Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. Look at that hat.
Look at that hat.
Yeah.
I mean, but still.
Hey, buddy.
I get
First off, you don't even like the Buffalo Bills. Let's just get that out of the way.
I
No,
respect.
you don't.
I respect.
No. Every time the Buffalo Bills get mentioned, you mumble under your fucking breath.
I respect that.
No, you don't.
I respect that.
If you respected them, you want to be mumbling. Go, you do Buffalo Bills. Fucking Buffalo Bills.
Bills.
I don't do that towards the fucking fish now, do I?
Well, you say squish the fish.
I did that once. That was one time.
That's squish the fish.
That was one time at that fucking game, and I was reading that sign.
He was. Making tuna fish.
God damn it.
Making tuna fish.
Well, what's wrong with tuna fish?
Well, it's not as good as the turkey sandwich, but, it's like... So, yeah. Yeah, you and you're going up against LC Muscles over here.
You are. You're going against me, Gipper.
You know, even in fucking football, I can't seem to stay away from this fucking guy.
Gipper. I watch out, please.
First off, how the fuck did they get in the playoffs to begin with?
Jacksonville lost.
Jacksonville choked.
Oh, Jacksonville choked. That's what happened. Wow. I am surprised. They fucking lost. What was the fucking score to this goddamn thing? I gotta look it up.
The Jaguars Titans was 28-20. The Titans won.
The Titans.
Titans 5-11 Titans.
The Titans are the reason why we got in this position to begin with.
Correct.
Yeah.
Same with the Steelers.
That's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
That is unfortunate.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, huh?
Yeah.
So you're gonna let him talk first because this is partially actually
Yeah,
it is his program.
It is my show.
It is his show. So you might as
show.
well let the fucking goddamn dinky butt.
Let's have the away team go first and then the home team go next. I guess we'll do that. So
so bring it on.
How about it?
Caw. So the Pittsburgh Steelers and Buffalo Bills. This matchup is in Buffalo. Buffalo is a 10-point favorite, like you guys just said, but Pittsburgh leads the overall series 17-12. They did lose 2 of the last 3 games to Buffalo on the road with Josh Allen playing, but I think things are going to be played out a little bit differently here. I think this game could definitely be closer than what people expect, though. But in the playoff history with the Buffalo Bills and the Steelers, they have played 3 times. This is the first time it's actually taken place in Buffalo. All 3 of the previous playoff matchups were in Pittsburgh. Buffalo won once in 1993. Pittsburgh won twice, once in 1974, and then once again. And then they played again in 1995, where the Steelers beat the Bills in the divisional round. So the Steelers do have the overall playoff matchup experience and overall record 2-1. And the thing is that this game definitely feels like it's different compared to the last one. Last time, however, the Bills completely whooped us, and I'm not going to lie, that was pretty hard to watch. And trust me, I was in Philly for that 38-3 game when Carson Wentz beat us. It felt so bad to that. But the thing is, this game is going to be a game where both offenses are going to do what they can. The problem is, which defense is going to be able to give up the big play first? It's going to be tough, though, with Buffalo missing out, with Gabe Davis possibly being out for this game. That is a big problem for them. Only now having to rely on Stephon Diggs and Trent Sherfield as your top 2 receivers. That is going to be a problem. James Cook, though, has been decent, but Leonard Fournette's been a nice pickup for them late in the season, been a nice little compliment back to him. The Bills do have a really strong offense, but the problem with the Buffalo Bills is Josh Allen. Josh Allen has been a turnover machine this year. He's had a ton of interceptions and a good amount of fumbles. Allen's been a really good quarterback overall, but Josh Allen does have his faults. If you get pressure on Josh Allen, there are going to be some problems here. And Josh Allen, in the last 3 playoff, 2 of the last 3 series of playoffs he's been in 2020 and 2022. He's had a turnover each of them, including 2 of the playoff games in 2022. He had his last playoff game in 2022. He played against the Cincinnati Bengals at home. He threw for 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. And then against the Dolphins, who was at home as well, they threw 2 interceptions. So Josh Allen has not been great recently at home in the playoffs. The Steelers defense can take advantage of it if they can make good plays with getting Minkah Fitzpatrick back and DeMonte Casey back as well. That will help them. But the thing is, I got to be a realist here. Without TJ Watt, the Steelers do have a really bad playoff record. Not a bad playoff record, but a bad overall record. They're 1-12 without TJ Watt suiting up for the Steelers since he's not playing. I don't see it. I don't see the Steelers breaking that trend anytime soon. I think they will make this close. So I am considering this my point spread game of the week. But at the end of the day, I gotta be a realist here, and I'm gonna take the Buffalo Bills. I will be rooting for my Steelers because I actually have a good friend that's actually going to the game. And if the Steelers somehow pull this wild card win out of their ass and play Baltimore next week, I'll be extremely happy. At the end of the day, I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills here because I need them to finally win a pick 'em pull for once. I want to win a pick 'em pull. And I think Buffalo right here is the safe pick to go with at home. I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills. Final score 28-24, but I think that the Steelers will 100% cover the spread. If you see a +10, you're easily hit. I think they're easily going to cover it, but I'll be rooting for my Steelers to get the job done. I think they have a great shot at getting it done if we can get to Josh Allen, but it's not going to be easy at the end of the day.
Well, there we go.
Jesus Christ, listening to Lucas talk is more boring than a taboo porn film.
What the
Gary, be quiet. I provide information. I provide knowledge.
Yeah, and your fucking information knowledge is just as accurate as your fucking sex life.
Oh, what the hell?
Don't worry, Gary. I'll make sure you pay up that bet. Don't worry.
Okay, well, I see him on this fucking big screen here. I'm covering the entire fucking picture here.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's my turn to talk. Is that,
Yeah,
is
it's your
that how
turn.
this?
That's why it's full screen.
Don't worry. You and Romeo will pay up that bet eventually, Gary.
Will you shut up? It's my turn to fucking talk. Jesus Christ Almighty! I sat here listening to your bullshit rambling. People went to sleep. Now I'm waking them the fuck up with my goddamn entertainment and how I'm going to call this fucking game.
That's right.
You want me to tell you what's going to happen?
What's happening?
I think the Bills are going to win it.
Oh.
Shocker.
I mean, what the fuck? You think I was going to go for the Steelers? Of course I'm rooting for my Buffalo Bills. But there were some points that the boy did make that were kind of valid.
Oh.
Josh Allen has not been having a really good season this year. He plays, but he plays good when he wants to. That's the problem I've been having a lot with Josh Allen. He's been throwing a lot of interceptions lately, and that's not been making us good. And I think a lot of those interceptions that he's been passing has been causing a lot of our games that we lost throughout the midseason. Thing is that how the fuck is he going to play this game? That's the question I want to know. Is that he did throw a couple games in the Miami Dolphins game.
He threw
He
a couple.
did throw two of them
A couple.
against the Dolphins.
But my worry is that is he going to continue that and keep, or is he going to get his head out of his ass and realize not to do it? And is he actually going to throw the fucking ball and not hog it all the time like he does? There's a lot of questions and concerns I have with Josh Allen going into this fucking game. However, though, in terms of defense-wise, a little concerns with that as well, since our record with that has not been too good. Offense-wise, different story. However, though, I hope to God and pray the Bills have their fucking shit together, beat the fucking Steelers, because I'm not really that worried about the game as an overall premise. It's just a few things of how the game is going to be played throughout, say, second and third quarter, maybe. Because for everybody knows, the Bills have a tendency to get their shit together once the fourth quarter comes around.
Yep.
It happens almost every fucking game, whether if we're on the verge of fucking winning or we're just straight up losing.
Case in point on Sunday night.
So I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. Either we're going to be starting off strong, play good, get some sort of fucking field goals or whatever the fuck it is, get down to some sort of goddamn line in that goddamn field. I don't know these fucking terms that these assholes know that I know. I just go by whatever the fuck I'm watching.
That's right.
So for this instinct right here, score-wise, I mean, Steelers might score maybe one, give it 2 touchdowns, maybe. And the fans are going to really give a shit. 14 points for them. Bills are going to get 28 overall.
28-14.
14. But you know what I have to say about this right here?
What's that?
Buffalo on the way this time! You motherfuckers! Buffalo all the fucking way!
No, it's the Bills! Buffalo all the way this time!
Yeah.
I couldn't rip my shirt.
I will say that was pretty epic, Gary.
Shut the fuck up.
That was beautiful.
Oh, when Gary brings it, Gary.
Wait till I hang
brings
out with you again, Gary. Don't worry. It will be one day.
Okay.
Do I have to go or can I stay?
You
I'm
do whatever the
fucking
hell you
bored.
want.
I can. You know what? Let me hear what everyone else has to say, because I got nothing else to fucking do tonight.
You
No,
can
I'm
do whatever the hell you want.
gonna stay, because you people need a fourth fucking man. I'm gonna stay. Hey, the other guy don't want to show up for work, so I'm replacing him. Just for tonight.
Just for tonight. Okay.
Just for the,
I'll
I
let
just
it
love how he said just for tonight calmly while yelling
Okay.
everything else.
Just for-
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Next
All right.
game on the list. Tim, you're up.
Yeah.
Tim, you're up because it is the Green Bay Mother-Loving Packers against those Dallas Cowboys. This game is in Jerry World, and from what I'm seeing right here, the Cowboys 7.5-point favorites.
4 for 4.
Let's go. Who's the zebra?
Ron Torbert.
And calling the game is probably going to be on Fox. Yes, it is. Kevin Burkhardt and Greg Holson. No surprise whatsoever. You all know the rules. save the Cowboys fan for last. LC Muscles, who you got in this one?
Alrighty, so let's take a look at Cowboys versus Packers, man. This is going to be interesting to say the least. The Packers actually lead the overall series at 21-17, and this is going to be interesting to say the least because the last time these guys played in Jerry World in a playoff game, there was an interesting ending to that game.
Oh,
The Cowboys are a 4-4 playoff record against the Packers all time, including some of the biggest highlights of their playoff history, the 1967 NFL Championship. They had two of the NFL championships, one against the Green Bay Packers, where they lost on the Ice Bowl. They also had the divisional round in the 80s. They also had the divisional round in the 90s. And including the NFC Championship against the Packers in 1996. But the last two games, they lost the last two playoff games. Ever since that NFC Championship game, their last playoff NFC Championship, they've lost the last two games against the Packers, which is not good look for them. But the problem is here, the Packers, it's cool that I got to go to a game where I got to see two playoff teams in 1 year, the Steelers and the Packers. But honestly, unfortunately, the Cowboys are the better team here. The Packers, I'm glad they got in, but at the end of the day, Grossi, I hate to do this to you, I'm locking in the Cowboys.
Oh, he's got the Cowboys as his.
And this is my stone cold lock of the century. All the week.
Damn.
That was neat.
Their home record this year, 8-0, make it 9-0. Final score, Packers 21, Cowboys 45. CeeDee Lamb puts up 3 touchdowns, 145 yards on the receiving game off of 11 catches. Calling right now.
There you go.
All right, there we go. All right, so actually in my notes I have this. Where is this one right here? So the Packers have never lost at Cowboy Stadium, AT&T Stadium. They are 5-0. They won Super Bowl 45 against those Pittsburgh Steelers. They won in 2013 against the Cowboys. They won in 2017 in the divisional round. They won in week 5 in 2017 and week 19 of 2019. 5-0. So this should be a high-flying affair with both offenses rolling, putting up big numbers. I think Jordan Love is playing outstanding football. Dak Prescott is as well. Pressure is firmly on Prescott and the Cowboys. That's why I see this being a little closer than people saying. But at the end of the day, I'm going to go with the home team. I'm going with the Cowboys to get the job done over the Green Bay Packers. 34-31, last-second field goal, Brandon Aubrey. I'm going with the Cowboys. Let's hear some Jimmy Johnson.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah. And the lowest ticket price, by the way, is $256 for this game. Yeah.
I'm worried about those Actually, no, scratch that.
What's that?
I am not worried about the Packers whatsoever. Why? Because I think they're going to fucking lose. Because every time they come into the playoffs, they always lose. Sure, they have been undefeated whenever they go against Dallas. But I think they're going to get their first loss at the Dallas Stadium. Honestly, they're going to get their first loss.
All right.
Because the Cowboys, the Packers always fucking choke every single time.
Always playoffs. Yep.
So I got Dallas. I think they're going to annihilate the Packers.
Ooh,
I would absolutely annihilate. Give me a score around 34-23.
All right.
All right, Mr. Tim and Rowdy.
Twinkie the Kid.
Yeah, yeah, Twinkie the Kid if he was human.
Goofy hat.
I remember that.
That's
the
right.
Goofy hat, the goofy smile. You know.
Look at that son of a bitch.
I wonder who he gets for dental insurance.
He's got no balls on him.
What the?
That and where elephants go to die are the two of the greatest mysteries of the universe. Anyway, by the way, Gary, always good to have you, bro.
Hey, Tiny Tim, of course, my brother.
All right. Well, anyway, get into this game here. Green Bay and Dallas, they do have a great history in the playoffs, although it's pretty much been one-sided. And this is going to be a really awesome matchup. But this time you have Jordan Love as the quarterback, and he, in my opinion, this season he's been either very very good or very very bad. Although he has been very very good for like the last few games of the regular season. Dak Prescott, man, he has been on fire all season long. And of course, the connection with Dak Prescott and number 88 CD Lamb right here, whose jersey I'm wearing for this week. I mean, they're an awesome combination. Can't beat them. I think the Cowboys are going to roll here, even though I do believe that Green Bay is going to make a game out of it. I believe that they will cover the spread. This is my point spread game of the week, believe it or not. Yeah. 7.5. I think Green Bay should cover a little bit. So, with that being said, the Cowboys will win, and they got at least 2 home games. 2 home games here in the playoffs. Number 2 seed, they got the Packers at home, and then whoever advances next week and goes to Jerry World. So the most likely thing would be if the Cowboys had to go on the road, it would most likely be in the NFC Championship game against A-Bomb's 49ers. And if that happens, I want A-Bomb.
Oh, you want some A-Bomb?
If that happens, which I believe it will.
All right.
If it happens. As far as this game is concerned, I'm taking the Cowboys with a win, but I'm taking the Packers with the points. Give me the Cowboys 31-27 over the Packers. Let me hear Jimmy Johnson.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Hey, there's someone named Rowdy in the chat.
Yeah.
It is
Check it
Rowdy.
out.
That's right. It's our turn.
Yeah, it is.
That's right. All right. Next game on the list.
I think we know what this is, Alex.
What?
The game
What
of
are you
the
talking
week.
about?
This wild card game is the game of the week. Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah, it is. So let me play that sound clip. Where is that? Ready? And boom. It's the game of the week. 100% as it is. The Los Angeles Rams and the Detroit Lions game is in Detroit. Lions are 3-point favorites.
I'm
Lions are
surprised.
3-point favorites. They are 3-point favorites. 5 for 5 for Alex.
Wow.
Detroit Lions have actually looked pretty good. They haven't looked this good in a little while.
A long time.
Long time.
What was their score? 12-5?
Yeah,
Well, they were
12-5.
12-5 this year. Their first division
man.
title since Bill Clinton was in office. Oh,
Wow, and the Rams were 10-7. Okay, now I can see why you folks are saying this game is the game of the week.
not only
Indeed.
that, Gary, there's actually a big scenario.
Big
The former
scenarios.
Detroit Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford. This is his first time coming back to Detroit since he was traded to the Rams.
And it was the same two teams that traded each other's quarterbacks.
Oh, well, congratulations for those assholes.
And calling the game on NBC. This game is going to be called by Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth.
Wait, I forgot to
guys
mention the referee, though.
Oh, who's the ref?
Craig Rolstad. And then
And
also, what were the
lowest
lowest ticket
ticket-
prices?
What do you guys think it is?
Okay, for the Rams and
Rams and
Lions,
Lions.
I know it's the most expensive out of the weekend.
Yes.
I'm going to say it's around $500.
Okay.
I'll go 400.
400.
What?
What do you think the
it is?
highest ticket price for this game? I mean, the lowest ticket price for this game is, Gary.
$300.
$300.
400.
Whatever the fuck it
LC
is.
was off by $9. 509.
$509. Good Lord.
$509 for
$509 for the Lions and the Rams in Detroit. First ever playoff game in Ford Field. It's going to be absolutely
Yeah,
amazing.
Shit, that should be a Googler game where you have to guess ticket prices for fucking sports games.
Yeah.
that should be a game. Also,
know
Alex,
what?
you forgot to do the Bills and you forgot to do the Cowboys.
No, I said the Cowboys, 256.
What about the Bills?
There's an idea for you right there. For
Bills is $140 for the Bills and the Steelers, the lowest ticketed price.
Yeah,
There you
get
go.
an idea right there, my friend.
Yes.
I like that, Gary. I like that idea.
Put that in the back of the brain, if you will. So yeah, this is a game featuring two quarterbacks traded for each other in Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford. The Rams are the surprise team in the NFC playoffs, but this will be a tough one. I think Stafford and the Rams get the best of the Lions defense, but the Lions offense will get the better of the Rams defense. So it's going to be close, but I'm going to pull the old rule. When in doubt, you got to go with the home team. So I'm going to go with the Lions to get their first playoff victory in over 30 years. I want to say. When's the last time the Lions won a playoff game? Elsie.
I think it was a 93
It was in the 90s. It was the 1990.
against the Cowboys.
It was against the Cowboys. It was before the NFC
Yeah.
Championship, 91 NFC divisional round.
I got the
Like
Lions
91 divisional round.
27-24. Give me Detroit. Blue Kitty, go roar.
Could we go roar? Gary?
Yeah, I just said that.
What the fuck kind of porn you been watching? Blue Kitty, go.
Luke, Gary, say it.
Go roar.
I've never
Or your
heard the
hat.
expression. I don't know where the fuck my hat went.
Of course it goes. Of course.
Fucking show that this bullshit has to happen. I don't know where,
That's fine. It's fine.
where my hat go. Okay. Rams and the Lions. These two teams have actually been looking pretty good. But the Lions have been surprising the absolute hell out of me. What the fuck are you smirking about up there?
Oh, I was just liking your reaction to Alex saying "Kitty go roar" is pretty funny.
Blue Kitty, go roar.
As I was fucking saying before, this stupid piece of shit interrupted me with his goddamn ugly ass
I'm
grin.
not even talking. I'm smiling.
Damn it, shut up! As I was saying, between the Rams and the Detroit. All right, I'm going to put my fucking notes over your goddamn picture so I don't have to look at your ugly face. Between the Detroit Lions and the Rams, the Lions have been looking really good. And like mentioned, 12-5 this whole entire year. I can't fucking believe it. I mean, pinch me if I'm fucking dreaming right now. But you know what? I think the Lions are going to be the underdogs throughout the playoffs this year. And I think they're going to advance. So you're going to have to give me the Detroit Lions. I want to see a good, clean fucking fight between the two.
Have a good, clean fight.
Exactly. 28-24. Give me the Detroit Lions winning it.
There we go.
Tiny Tim.
What about you guys?
All right. Well, this is going to be a close game. In fact, I believe it's going to be a 3-point difference in the final score of this one. But like Mac always says, when in doubt, go with the home team. That's what I'm going to do. Going to be a field goal late in the game. Detroit will get their first playoff victory and over I don't know how long. I mean,
1991 NFC divisional round.
1991. Good Lord.
I wasn't even born yet.
1991. The year
Shut
the
up.
music. 1991. The year the music changed forever.
MTV.
No.
Not
That was
MTV.
That was 81.
Oh
Talking
my!
about 91.
Oh, my bad,
no,
dude.
oh no! Oh no!
Yeah. And it was
Dang
all
it.
thanks to three guys who came from Seattle, Washington, and just
Nirvana.
took the world by
Nirvana.
Nirvana. Yeah. And where are they now? They're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yes, they are.
So give me the Lions over the Rams by a score of 26-23.
I like it.
What was that? Kitty go purr? Or kitty go roar?
I don't know. I don't know.
He said he wasn't even born yet. Shit, you shouldn't have been born in general.
Oh, for fuck's
Oh, good Lord.
Gary, I still love you. Go.
Oh my
You're still one of my bestest friends. Anyways, I might as well get into my notes for this game. The Rams and the Lions have met the most out of any of these playoff matchups. The Rams lead the overall series 45-41 and one tie. They did meet once in the playoffs, and that was in 1952 when it was still the National Football Conference. And the Lions won that game 31-21. And the thing is, with both these teams have really good offenses. At the end of the day, you have Cooper Kupp for the Los Angeles Rams, part of the receiving duo, and Puka Nakua on the team as well. Not only that, you have Kyron Williams as the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. This Rams team does have a very good overall offense led by Matthew Stafford, who was the former quarterback of the Detroit Lions. And on the other side, on the home team, you have Jared Goff, who is a former Rams quarterback, and he has a great receiving duo on his end. Jamison Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown lead the Lions in receiving, along with the two-headed running back monster in David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, who have been absolutely fantastic at home. The Lions and Rams, this matchup is realistically going to be a high-scoring game. I think this is going to be the highest-scoring game of the weekend. I think this is the best game of the weekend overall. And I think the big decision is which defense can get a stop first. The problem with the Rams is Aaron Donald has not been the same self he's been in the past years. But you know one player that has been playing a lot better recently? Aiden Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson has been getting to the quarterbacks more lately, and I really like the fact that he's just continuing to get to the quarterback. He was a number 2 overall draft pick last year, and he's proving his worth. He's been absolutely incredible on the defensive line. He's been getting to the quarterback. He's improving dollars wrong, and he's got that Lions mentality, just like Dan Campbell says. And this Lions team wants to run through a brick wall for their coach. I think they're going to run through the brick wall of that Rams defensive line and get the job done and get the win. So in the end, I'm going to take the Detroit Lions to get the win over the Los Angeles Rams. I think they get the job done. My final score is going to be Lions. I'm going to go 34, Rams 31. Riley Patterson with a late game winning field goal to end the game. And I'm going to take the Lions at home to get their first win in the playoffs since 1991.
Let's see that. Let's see how long it takes. All right. Last game on the list. Last wild card game. It is those Philadelphia Chocolates.
Oh, God.
Against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is a Monday night game, believe it or not.
Why was this a Monday night game?
I don't know. Eagles are 3-point favorites.
Wow, you're 6 for 6, Alex. You got perfect score.
Yeah.
Perfection.
Wait, on that what is that website that he's looking at, or whatever the fuck it was he was saying earlier?
Mm-hmm.
What was that one website? That fucking website he was mentioning about his fucking fantasy draft bullshit, or whatever it was that he goes on. He was talking about during the Bills and Steelers game. What was that fucking website? He was mentioning this fucking page he goes on.
Yeah, what website is that?
A couple of them. Well, the one site where I look up records is called the Football Database. And then for the referees, I use footballzebras.com. And then I also use statmuse.com to look up a lot of my stats. And so there's a site called StatMuse. So I use a bunch of different sites to come up with my notes.
Yeah, one of them is probably Ashley Madison.
Nah, I'm not. I'm good. I'm not on people who cheat in their relationships. No, thank you. I'm not into cheaters. Sorry.
All right.
Michigan.
Referee for this game is?
The referee for this game is going to be Adrian Hill.
And calling the game on ABC, ESPN, we got Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, and there is also a Manning cast.
Yes, there is. Back in Manning cast, first time since week 14. Week 14, we've not had a Manning cast since then.
Because it is Super Wildcard Weekend. Lowest ticketed price for this game? What do you guys think it is? Lowest ticketed price for Eagles
$213.
$213, okay.
Give me $250.
$250.
176.
176. Gary is the closest. 100.
Oh, you're goddamn right.
132.
Wow,
132?
it's that low. I'm actually surprised that low for a playoff game.
$132 for the Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Chickens. Okay, so Eagles are limping into the playoffs, having lost 5 of their last 6 games.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. So they haven't come close to looking like the Super Bowl team last year by any stretch of the imagination. The Bucs played better down the stretch, although they did lose to the Saints a couple weeks ago at home. Even so, even though, yes, he did. Yes, you did. Congratulations. Whoop-de-doo. Even so, I expect Baker Mayfield to play better against the Eagles defense that has struggled. So look for a big game for Mike Evans, and I think the Buccaneers pull off the upset, so much so. Sound the alarm. That's right. I'm going with the Bucs to get the job done over the Philadelphia Eagles. 31-21. Give me Tampa Bay.
You know what that alarm sounds like? It sounds like my fucking ex-girlfriend raising hell after the fact I told her I don't have any money in my wallet.
No, it probably sounds like your toilet after you ate from Taco Bell. Your toilet screams.
I don't eat that
He
bullshit.
doesn't need Taco Bell. He's Sonic. He actually has respect for himself.
Yeah.
It's probably Gary's toilet after every time he's on there, though.
Can we not talk about my toiletry issues on this fucking
Moving on.
football show?
Moving on.
That was funny. Okay. You know what? I'll go next because I want to say Gary for last for this one. Eagles and Buccaneers because.
Why am I going last?
Because you're our guest of honor.
Guest of honor, you should make me a permanent fucking position. Asshole.
Think about that.
Contemplating
that. You were originally on as one of our main co-hosts on Pain.
Yeah, but then I quit, and then I quit, and now I'm here again because I'm fucking bored.
It's good to have you back on here. Series is tied at 11 games apiece, but this is an interesting fact. These teams have met up for the playoffs 5 times. Twice in Tampa Bay and 3 times in Philly. The ones in Philadelphia, the Eagles have won. But the Eagles have won other than the 2002 NFC Championship game, where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won 27-10. So the Buccaneers lead the overall playoff series 3-2, including in 2022, which was where Tom Brady got his last playoff win. It was one of his last. Yep, that was his last playoff win, was against the Eagles because they lost the Rams then next year. So the crazy thing is the Eagles do not play well in Tampa when it comes to the playoffs. And the Eagles are coming in with one of the worst defenses in the league, with the worst cornerback duo in the league, led by James Bradbury, who has been giving up more catches to wide receivers than anyone else has in the league. The crazy thing is that both of these receivers can take advantage of that because Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are a fantastic duo for Baker Mayfield. And the thing is also an X factor for this game is going to be the running game for both of these teams. You have Rachaad White on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who has been not only been a great threat through the ground, but a great threat in the receiving game. Then he's been very responsible for that. Over 550 yards receiving and over 990 yards rushing, over almost 1,500 yards scrimmage yards and 13 total touchdowns. And then you also have DeAndre Swift, who's a really good running back for the Eagles, who has been getting some big plays on his own. The Eagles did win, though, in Philadelphia, earlier on in the year. They actually did win. They won 25-11, so they have some experience when it comes to these games. And the first time they played, though, Jalen Hurts had a really good outing, though, getting over – actually, he had a good outing through the run game, and DeAndre Swift carved up that Buccaneers defense for over 130 yards. So they have some experience playing in Tampa Bay, and they did this year. I think Tampa will keep it close, but in the end of the day, I think this is the only team to win on the road for Wild Card Weekend, and that is the Philadelphia Eagles. Unfortunately, just don't. I think the Philadelphia Eagles' rush defense is going to be able to stop Rashard like they did in Week 3. But I think this game is definitely more of a shootout than I would say. But let's be honest here. Eagles may beat the Bucks, who are the division champion tank division. Let's be honest, that division was absolutely horrible. Beating the Panthers you beat the Panthers twice, but you only scored 30 points in total against a 2-15 team. This Buccaneers team is the definition of mid. Final score, give me the Eagles to win this game, 34-21. Give me the Eagles to get the job done again. I thought the Buccaneers would make it close late, but in the end of the day, the Eagles are going to get the job done. But let's be honest, when they win their game and then go to San Francisco next week, they're going to get completely whooped.
You know what that means? You know what that means, right?
Right.
The Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
Hey, it's Senator Romy.
Yeah.
Without the mustache.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely got to agree with Alex here. I'm just going to make this short and sweet. When you start a season 10-1, everyone's going to think you're juggernauts.
Mm-hmm.
But then you go 1-5 in the last 6 games, you're free falling. They're free falling just as bad as Tom Petty, right?
Tom Petty. Yes.
Yeah.
I was about to say it, but you guys beat me to it.
And when you free fall into the playoffs, that's a little bit worse than backing your way into the playoffs, because that is not a recipe for success in the playoffs. You're going to lose 5 of the last 6 games after starting 10-1, free fall into the playoffs. Die, chickens, die. Alex, sound the alarm.
I like it.
Those Bucks are going to send their asses home. Give me the Bucks over the chickens, 27-20.
All right. Mr. Grandpa.
All right. And
Yes.
Care Bear,
What do you
you're
think?
back for last.
What do you want?
What do you think about this game?
What should I fucking think? It's literally the beginning of the end for the goddamn Eagles. They started off as the powerful mighty that I personally thought were going to be the number 1 top team. Hell, I actually had them being my top Super Bowl contenders.
That is true.
I had them picked because I thought they were so fucking dominant throughout the beginning portion of the entire season. But after their recent losses, the mighty have fallen. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. And it's kind of a shame too. But then again, I was believing the Eagles were going to get the job done. But after the recent losses and the fact that the Buccaneers are still surviving, that they were able to squeeze a goddamn fucking just a titty in there to get into the playoffs, that's just a fucking miracle right there. That is a miracle.
Big time.
Baker Mayfield.
So honestly,
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield.
He's the starting quarterback for the Buccaneers.
Baker Mayfield. All right.
What a legend.
Well, yeah. But the thing is that honestly, I'm kind of torn. I'm torn of who should I pick between the Eagles or the Bucks.
You want to flip a coin?
You know what? Let me find a gimmick here, and I'll fucking. Let me find a gimmick.
He's finding a gimmick, so you know what that means.
Hold on. Let me find something here.
He's finding a
Yeah,
gimmick.
no, as much as I would like to do a coin flip, I'm not doing it.
Well, I have to do a coin flip because I don't know what the fuck to do with this goddamn game.
That's fine, Gary. Go do your coin flip.
It's either
That's fine,
Eagles
brother.
or Bucks. Eagles or Bucks. Eagles or Bucks.
Be careful, Gary. Don't fall and hit your head.
Let me find the fucking thing. All right, here.
There's a gimmick.
Shut up.
Sorry.
All right. God damn it. That's over here. All right, I got 2 coins here. I got a fucking chip from my old job, and I also got a anime 1 quarter. Which one should I use? Which one would be?
Let's
Anime.
do the anime one.
All right, anime 1 quarter. Okay, let's see what we got here. All right, the heads of this asshole will be the Philadelphia Eagles. The back, the bullshit on the back. Actually, I take that back because anime 1 is a great.
Bullshit on the back will be the Bucks.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, front, spine, back. The front will be the Eagles. The back will be the Buccaneers. So whoever it is.
I got your back, Gary. I got your back, brother.
Do you usually have a sound effect for this goddamn coin flip or whatever the hell it is?
Yeah, we just played it.
Yeah, we just played it.
Oh, I didn't see it.
You want to play it again?
No, you already played. Actually, go ahead. That's better. All right, let's see what we get here.
Baba boy.
Baba boy.
Looks like my pick is going to be the Buccaneers to win it.
There we
Wow,
go.
so I'm the lone wolf twice.
And as for score-wise, 24-14.
All right.
Yeah, that proactive.
Wow.
That's that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for the wild card round of the 4 Horsemen of Pick'ems. Now, next week, we did this last year. I think we're going to do this again next week. After you hear from us, we want to hear from you.
From you.
That's right.
Yes, Scarebear, you can come back on.
You can come back on if you'd like.
Hold on. This is his fucking show. He
Yes,
said
right.
goddamn
You
word.
can come back if you'd like.
That's one piece
Wow.
of saying.
I would love to have this guy come back on.
Same here.
Maybe. We'll see what goes on. Maybe
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens with everybody.
Okay.
As long as this guy gets fired, I'll come back all the time.
That will not happen, Scarebear.
Fired. Both was this past Monday was, I got to say, one of our best episodes. In a
That
long
was
time.
amazing.
It was a good episode, I will say. I think we might have a new Google edition of guessing ticket prices for sporting games.
Oh,
Yes.
I think we might have an idea. We'll talk about that. At
Can I
some
be the host of that?
Well, I gave you the idea for that, so I think it could work because it is sporting events somewhere around your realm there.
Yep, my knowledge, my thought process always usually goes towards sports. I might as well. Yeah.
I think we can try that next program. See how that works.
Episode 264.
Yeah.
Yes.
264.
Every Monday. And Mr. Garrison 96. Be
Yes.
there or be square.
That's correct.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, we got Fantasy Football Fever as well, moving to Fridays.
Saturday Night Fever?
Yeah, we're
Close enough.
even though that's a good movie, I will say that.
It is a great movie.
Anyway, it is Fantasy Football Fever Friday night on my channel. We got a lot to talk about, including we're going into deep discussion on this head coaching carousel that's been going on for the last couple of weeks, or last couple of days, actually. And we're going to try to see if we can predict if Bill Belichick will leave New England or not.
I hope so.
Y'all just come back and find out. Fantasy Football Fever, my channel. 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central, my channel.
With the 2 Johnnies, I believe, on there. And like Flint
Yes.
and Johnny, what's the other guy's name?
Natalie.
The 2 Johnnies on there.
2 Johnnies.
You got Go Johnny Go and Johnny Be Angry.
I thought it was Johnny Be Good.
You got Johnny Be Good. I said Johnny Be Good.
No, you said Johnny Be Angry.
I said Johnny Be Angry. No,
You said
I
Johnny
also-
Be Angry and
I also said Johnny Be Good.
Did.
You got Johnny Be Good and Johnny Be Bad.
Johnny Be Bad. Great wrestler.
You got the 2 Johnnies.
He was.
See, I'd watch.
Let's see. That's right. I will be streaming the game this Saturday against the Dolphins and the Chiefs. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you're here for that. Maybe you do a little collab with It's in the Blood. We'll see. I did throw the invite out.
Where's my comb? Where's my brush? Where's my toothbrush, toothpaste?
I know.
Where's my fucking suit at? I need to get myself ready for this. Hold on. All right.
Yeah. So maybe that'll happen. We'll see. So regardless of that, for LC Muscles 28, for Tiny Tim McClellan, for Mr. Gerber.
I hate everybody.
Love you too. And for Yenzer Max, Steel Sermon, Steel Maiden, wherever the hell he may be, it's a Pizzle saying peace out and fins up. Bye-bye. We'll see you guys next week.
Let's go Steelers. You have a chance to upset the whole world. Make it happen.
Lucas can go fuck himself.
And we got a chance to send those Packers back to Green Bay. Go Dallas.
That's right. See you next week.